Did you know that you don't always have to pay customs? What you talking about, Willis? I'm talking about the productive input relief. I'm Kalila Reynolds, and it's time for another episode of Money Moves, JA, brought to you in partnership with Exim Bank's Business Advisory Service, giving you the tools to grow your business. Orain Thompson, Supervisor of Customs Incentive Unit, is here to tell us how your business can benefit. And make sure you watch this video to the end because we have a giveaway coming up. All right, hi Mr. Thompson.
Hi, morning.
Orain Thompson, nice to meet you.
Hi, Kalila Reynolds.
I love this topic. So customs is not something that we typically associate with, typically think of customs as, oh gosh, customs, man, it's a pain.
Right.
But there is some good news because you guys actually have some incentives for certain categories of people and businesses.
Right.
So there's the productive input relief. Tell me what that is.
All right. Basically, what the productive inputs relief looks at where the government has made a determination that certain sectors within the economy are to get particular benefits. And the benefits that they're getting are concessionary benefits. When they are importing their particular productive inputs to be used in their activities, they'll be getting what I call exemptions. So they will be paying all the duties that would be normally required because they belong to a particular sector. Mm-hmm. And as the name suggests, it's a relief based on the fact that you have inputs that are going to be used for productivity.
So tell me who qualifies for this productive input relief?
All right, so the persons who would qualify, but I'm going to step back a little bit, if you don't mind. What happened is that before 2013, there were no real legislation in place to make certain sectors get particular benefits. There was some kind of legislation, but what they decided to do, they created what is called the omnibus legislation, which now try to capture the different sectors that should get benefits. And based on that, they came up with an amendment to the Customs Act in 2014. It became effective 1st of January 2014, and it now covers certain sectors. And the sectors are, you have what are called your persons who are going to be manufacturing goods, your manufacturers. You have your persons who are your producers of primary products. Those are your farmers and people who are in the agricultural sector. Then you have the tourism sector that is looking at your hotels, your resorts, and also your tourism attractions. Mm-hmm. And you also have the creative industries. Those are persons who are involved in motion picture and also sound recording. And last, you have your health sector. Mm-hmm. Those are persons who have health facilities. Now, those are the categories of the sectors that are entitled to these concessionary benefits, or what we call productive inputs relief.
So what are actually the actual concessionary benefits? So do I get to bring in stuff duty-free?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do, as long as you qualify. But we must bear in mind that it is legislation based on the Customs Act, and it's very specific. So for each particular category, then you have certain requirements that you must meet. And even in some instance, like for example, the tourism sector tells you exactly what you are allowed to bring in.
Okay, so it's not everything just because I fall into this category,
no,
I can bring in anything duty-free.
No, it's not.
Specific things are listed.
Specific things are listed.
Okay, so do I have to apply for this benefit?
Yes. Now, what happens normally is that each particular sector is normally governed by a particular ministry or a particular agency. So, in the instance of manufacturers or persons who are going to be manufacturing goods, they would come under the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce, that's MIC, and through their industry division, they would make the application through them. Then you also have the producers of primary products, which are our farmers. They would apply through RADA, Rural Agricultural Development Authority, right. And they would make their applications through the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries. Mm-hmm. You have the tourism sector, they would make their application through the Ministry of Tourism. Mm-hmm. You have the creative industries, they would make their application basically through JAMPRO, which is another arm of MIC. And you also have the health facilities or the health sector, and they make their application to the Ministry of Health. Which makes sense because they are the authorities in relation to making sure that these persons are what they say they are.
Right. It sounds a little bit disorganized though. Like it sounds a little bit all over the place.
Right.
Like there's not one central place that you can go and say, I want to apply for this benefit. It really depends on which industry you're in.
But good that you raised that question because JAMPRO is now trying to work on that, where they're getting what is called a national portal, where they're trying to get all the incentives under one umbrella, so you can make one application. So you can go to this portal and you can see all the incentives that are given by the government, and then you can make your application through that.
Okay.
So they are currently working on that.
So when I'm getting this incentive relief,
Yes.
these concessions, is it full duty waive, partial duty? How does that work?
All right, it depends. In most instances, what you'll find happening is that persons will not be paying the full duty. What's called a common external tariff. That's the import duty. So you will not be paying the common external tariff and the other related taxes. It depends on because how it works, the different sectors can determine exactly what they want in terms of the taxation. So generally, it's duty-free. That goes across the board. But if you want other tax types, then you make an application for those.
Can I apply for these benefits more than once?
Each time that you import, each particular consignment or each particular import that you have is entitled to, as long as you meet the requirements. And the declaration that you make is saying that you are entitled to these particular benefits.
Okay, so the agencies that you listed earlier,
Right.
those would be the ones that determine whether you are eligible for the benefit. But
Right.
then it still comes down to customs to determine whether the item that you're importing meets the criteria.
Very
Is
good.
that how it works?
You're correct. So it's basically using the Customs Act. So even though you might have a ministry or agent saying, yes, we believe you can get the particular benefit, the person who makes the final determination is the Jamaica Customs Agency. And also a step further now to look at the particular items, if those items can qualify.
Interesting. So
Sure.
you can get, so I heard creative industries in there. So if I wanted to bring in some cameras
Right.
for my recording, could I apply? Would I be eligible?
Well, as I said before, through JAMPRO. So basically you'd have to fit into the particular criteria category because the Act speaks to motion picture and sound recording. So as when JAMPRO gets the application, then they would look at it and make a determination if you should be able to qualify under the creative industries.
Okay.
Sure.
As of now, there is no hub where people can go to find out more information, or can they just come to customs?
Right. So our clients are always welcome to come to the Jamaica Customs Agency. They can always interface with us. They can call, or we have a customer service center. They can go through there, or they can call the incentives unit. And we will furnish them with whatever information they need.
You have a website,
Yes, we do. It's www.jacustoms.gov.jm.
and you can look up
Yes, you can.
incentives
Right. It's a
program.
beautiful website. Yes.
So before you go, Oreen, it's time for our giveaway question. Take it
Okay,
away.
good. All right. So the question I'm going to be asking is for a person who are paying attention. Tell me 2 sectors that can get the productive inputs relief. 2 sectors that are entitled to the benefits for productive inputs relief.
Answer that question over on Exim Bank's Instagram page at EximBankJA, and you can win yourself a lovely prize.
And now here's a recap of Oreen's main points.
If you're a manufacturer, producer, or your business is part of the creative industries, health sector, or tourism, you may qualify for import duty relief. You can receive concessionary benefits. You can apply for these benefits each time you import. And relief includes exemption from common external tariffs across the board, but may also include other taxes.
If you are an eligible business owner, make it a priority to apply for the productive input relief so that you can avoid import costs and stamp duties on some items and save. That's it for this episode of Money Moves JA, brought to you in partnership with Exim Bank's Business Advisory Service, giving you the tools to grow your business. I'm Kalila Reynolds. Stay safe.